Hey, motherfuckers. I don't know if anybody's awake. It's 5 a.m., December 6th, 2019. Another day. It's a good thing I have somewhat of a different kind of sleep habit than most people. I don't have a regular sleep pattern, but I got plenty of sleep yesterday. It's been really crazy. It's been a weird last few days, both uh, in my real life and on the internet, you know. But oops. Anyway, if anybody's watching, good fucking morning. I'm not, this morning I'm gonna do something differently. Um, I there is a side chat. I am not actually watching the side chat, nor at this point do I plan on giving out the link. Partly because of it's early and you know, but and yeah, it was a brownie kind of evening last night. A lot of things went on, and I've actually got I don't normally structure things, but I actually have some things written down on the back of an envelope. Some 5 or 6 different things that I'd like to discuss in no particular order, but I've written them down and everything. So without any interruptions or people yeah, I just decided I wasn't going to get sidetracked by the side chat. I will look at the side chat later, uh, but for I don't know my reasons, I decided not to put any, not to even look at the side chat because I have a hard enough time paying attention. And then when there's side chat, and by the way, my mustache is coming back in slowly but surely. It'll be back pretty soon. And I'm thinking about doing the whole goatee beard thing. Nothing as awesome as Stinky's, but uh, you know. Anyway, um, you know, I've been there's been some things going on recently that have kept my attention away, and not just brownies and stuff, but with the holidays coming, there's been things going on where certain people won't be with us anymore during the holidays, and it's been kind of stressful and not really stressful, but it's like that and everything. And then yeah, fuck, I thought I had a slow leak on my car, and god damn it, if there wasn't, like, I had to buy a new tire. So Christmas spending money, and stuff. So I spent half the day like with my car and tire fixed, and then now you got to buy a new tire. Tires get expensive, and I'm not complaining. I'm not bragging or just whatever. It's been last couple weeks has been a little and I try to keep that off because I like to come on the internet and have a good time and fuck off and just make fun of shit and entertain myself and hopefully people somewhere along the line. Um, so and I mean, a little over 10 years ago when I got on the internet, right? I did it basically as a little bit of stress relief, just to say some stuff and to find out that some people actually watched it, and watched my channel grow. And then most people know the story about how whatever and all that stuff. And I've never had any delusions of grandeur, or whatever the fuck, or any thoughts that I would be some big YouTube star or anything. I pretty much did it to entertain myself, whether it's making a video or just getting on the fucking internet and running my mouth and whatever. I found it entertaining, and if somebody else found it entertaining, I thought that was pretty cool, And over the years, I met different people, And I've been in different communities briefly. And I've said this before. I'm an atheist, so I didn't really fit in the atheist community because I wasn't like this logical thinking, debating, let's debunk religion thing and stuff. Because I make fun of stuff. And there's other people that do that type of thing, and I got criticized by a lot of people. Oh, you're making us look bad because you make fun. So I really didn't fit in there. I didn't fit in the great debate community because I don't do debates and things like that. And I make fun of stuff. There's other people that do that. So I really didn't work, in that, and in other communities. The Lulz community, trolls, haters, naysayers, whatever. Misfits, things like that. But at certain times, throughout this whole time, I've had different people. I've been in. I never really got invited to the big kids hangouts very often because I was just there to for yucks and have fun and fuck off and shit like that. And sometimes I would actually maybe add something or whatever but for the most part, I was what I am what I am, and I make no apologies. It's I do what I do, right? Whatever the fuck that is, the lobster and stuff. And over the years, I've kind of I don't want to say developed it, but this is an evolution of what I've become over 10 years on the fucking internet. Just an old fucking guy that doesn't give a shit. Just likes to have a little bit of fun. Um, I've had fun with different people, and a lot of people have said, "Hey, we should do a show. We should do this sometime," and it never really worked out. I really, never had a fit with anybody. There were some people I wanted to, but things just never worked out. And it's happened over the years, right? Because you don't get invited to, the cool kids hangouts, the big shows and things, but not really that. But just to have something to do and fuck off and have a good time. Nothing like the geek room though, but because they're just drunken peasant wannabes. But anyway, and that's pretty much in a nutshell why I started the Fun Brigade, right? The hashtag Fun Brigade and everything, because the misfits that don't even belong in the misfit clubs. You know what I mean? Just people like to have a good fucking time and fuck off, and take a piss on shit, and make fun of things, have a good time, just and maybe learn something along the way. Who knows? Life is always teaching us things. And then recently, I've been in these hangouts with a bunch of different people, and with the Mudbrucker and Big C and Wilson and Loken and a bunch of other different people that I've known about, except for Big C, but I've known about, but I've never been in like a lot of these things, and for the most part, especially with Mudbrucker, he knows when to fill things in. He's got that smart voice. I'm in for yucks and stuff and everything, and a lot of times, you have people that you see when people are having a good time, right? And then uh, because people are who they are, they're being them on a show. It's kind of it's organic, right? And whether it's going to make 1,000 hits or 500 hits or even 100 hits, right? It really doesn't matter because you're having a good time, and whoever's watching it can tell that people are having a good time, And then I'm at Big C, and this is kind of let me backtrack a little bit. The other night, I got accused of, well, I actually did, but kind of like hijack, Big C's hangout and everything. And, um, why I did it. And then he got upset and everything. Now he's not upset, but he sent me a message going, yeah, fuck you too, or whatever. And stuff. And, so I'm going to backtrack a little bit. Once we, because, when do I ever go in order? But After meeting these people recently and having a lot of, we've all had good times and stuff. I'm not trying to crap on anybody, but there came to a point where some people had pointed out to me, and I'd kind of noticed, right? I'm like, I was like, what the fuck? That there had been a little bit of tension, between myself and Big C, and I was feeling it, right? Whether anybody did or not, I didn't know, right? I didn't, I thought maybe it was just me, but I was actually contacted by a few people going, "What the fuck is going on?" And I see. I don't know. First of all, I don't really. I mean, I like Big C, right? A lot of these people I've seen around or something. Um, and I'm not saying anything bad, but up until like that 16-hour Shanny show, I didn't know who Big C was. And I have his phone number and we've talked, and I'm not trying to be, but at times he gets a little pushy, and he tries to tell me what I'm gonna do and how I should do things and stuff, but or wants me to get excited about something that I didn't think was funny, right? And I didn't want to do it, and I kept saying I didn't want to do it, and he kept insisting. I was like, "Well, what do you want me to do?" And I still couldn't get excited about it, and I'm like, "Fuck this!" So I kind of crapped on it, and I had a good time. But it's one thing that bothers me is like and I'm not saying any. I don't know, right? And this is the thing with people on the internet. You really don't know who people are. I talk to people all the time. Very few people do I actually really know and understand, and they know me, right? Um, Not just conversations on the phone, but I've known them for a while, and they know me, and stuff. And these are the people that I'm talking about. But uh, I'm not somebody that uh, when you tell people that you can find their docs, right, and you brag about it, right, about your wife, and I'm not, I'm just saying that your wife's a law enforcement officer, and she get docs, and you can find information on people. That makes me nervous, right? First of all, right, the fact that you would say that, okay, um, because what happens if you get mad at me, right? All of a sudden, wow, now you can get information on people. First of all, why would you say that, right? I mean, the whole thing with Shanny, it was Freedom of Information Act. Somebody got it and everything, and it was fun to watch and everything. But he talks about this stuff and a lot, right? And seemingly brags about it, right? And the amount of money he's got, and he's got a trucks, and he's got this and that and everything, right? I don't know this stuff, right? Um, and then when you're in a hangout, and like I said, I am who I am, right? I do what I do and stuff, and people that are in shows or streams with me, they know this. I'm the lobster. I'm just an old guy that fucks off, and I, go buy a lobster, and I fuck off, and I have a good time, Um, and then when people like tell me that, like it's almost like they try to make you feel stupid, you know, like dumb jokes or whatever, or you should do this, what you should do, this. I've had people telling me since I've been on the internet, I don't know how many times, and anybody that makes any type of video, whether it's the crap that I put out, you know, or actual content, like things, videos, whatever, it's animation, whatever, you always have people that try to tell you what you should do, right? Or how you should do it, right? And then I look at their pages, and besides some hangouts, they've done absolutely nothing, right? But then they're going to tell me how to be the lobster, or think it's a good idea for me to be a moderator for something that I expressed for 2 weeks when he was planning this, that I really didn't think it was a good idea. I didn't think it was funny. I didn't I didn't see a purpose in it. It was like, who gives a fuck? I don't, right? I'm not excited. I don't want to really do this. And then I'm told that I'm going to do it, right? Because it's, we're doing this. And, this is what, what do you want me to do, and stuff. And even when I tried, I couldn't, right? But I really didn't give a fuck, But I was told this, you're going to do this, And, and this is why, sorry, I've got one of these lozenges things. And, but I don't, if people want me to do what I do is the lobster, whatever, and then try to tell me what I do or what I should do or how I should do it, I don't have a fucking clue what the fuck I'm doing, you know? Or people that think they know me, right? They have no fucking clue because I have a hard time with it myself, understanding what the fuck is going on in my head. But yeah, kind of a know-it-all guy, and nothing personal. Nice guy, Um, uh, but I just, it was something I wasn't really feeling. I mean, last week, when I had another brownie time, like I said, when I get tired, or I actually do things besides the internet, right? At times, right? Like today, or yesterday, I was out pretty much all fucking day. I was chatting to people because sitting outside of a mechanic shop for about 2 hours, two different places, and a couple other places. Just killing time. But I do actually have other things to worry about, and then I do sleep. And then when I miss a hangout, and it's like, where's Lobster, right? Yeah, it's like I'm expected to show up, right? I do, I try, um, but I also do what I do, right? And it kind of started to get on me, and other people had noticed it, right? So, um, when the whole thing with that hangout where he wanted to do this Poe versus Poe thing, and I had said multiple times I didn't think it was funny. I didn't think, I was like, who gives a fuck? We're gonna talk about Sky out and is he a Poe or not a Poe? Who really, believes the bullshit, that they're putting out of their mouth. And so I didn't care, Um, and then for me to like moderate and try to be funny with something like that, I just wasn't gonna happen. And so yeah, that's but so yeah, that was pretty much, I mean, I nobody else knew what I was gonna. Oh, well, okay, a couple of people kind of knew because that I might do something, if I didn't feel it, if I didn't get into it. But anyway, so I'm sure I may or may not have upset somebody, or somebody's still not quite sure, you know. When you talk about structure, there's and you say, oh, a show did this, or I saw a show and they did this, they have a show, right? They've got chemistry, they've got, when you talk about structure, there's a lot of shows that have structure, but the structure flows, right? It's not forced structure. This is structure. We're going to talk about this, and then go, right? That's not structure, it's, uh, but anyway. So, like I said, I may or may not have upset somebody, and if anybody's even watching this, I don't know. I don't even know if my fucking mic's working because I'm not looking at the side chat. It's not even showing. I'm on the StreamYard side. And I didn't give the link so nobody's in the private chat. So anyway, I'll find out how this is going later. But and that was pretty much it. I mean, I don't know people. People are like, "Oh, we're gonna do this," and we're gonna, and I'm like, okay, and fine. You don't. I don't know. It's kind of rubbed me the wrong way, and that's probably why I don't like. I wouldn't be like good with people, or and somebody else because I do what I do, and then when somebody tries to say something, and I don't know. Sometimes like make me the butt of the joke when I'm more than willing to do it myself, or try to make me, look inferior, debating things, people want to talk about, and then when you just mention you don't like rap music, right? It's like, oh shit, it's like, why not? I'm like, I don't fucking like rap music. I don't like rap music. Oh, why? All this stuff because it sucks. Oh, what about it sucks? It sucks. I don't like it, right? That's pretty much it. And sometimes when people think that you're triggered, I kind of laugh because a lot of times when people think I'm triggered, I'm I'm not triggered. I'm more. Sometimes I'm just annoyed, you know. Um, and maybe it's just me, Maybe I don't know. Um, but that's just me. And everybody is me. Everybody's uh, gonna say what they're gonna say. But and that's pretty much the end on that. I mean, don't tell me I'm gonna do something, or tell me how to do something, or tell me, it's then get upset, right? When I crap all over it, because it wasn't gonna be funny, And then you fucking you took the fucking show down, and the show was funny. The show was funny. It just didn't turn out the way you wanted it to, and you got upset, right? So anyway, uh, what else? So yeah, like I said, that's pretty much why I started the Fun Brigade, because we either get the Fun Brigade or you don't. But anyway, no hard feelings. I just, um, and I do apologize to Wilson because he had no fucking idea what was going on, and I could tell. He didn't know what the fuck, and he didn't know what to say, and I don't know if he agreed with me or he thought it was a good idea. And at this point, it's not even important. Um, but I thought the show really rolled along, and then he took it down or privatized it or something. I thought, you know, I just thought it was funny, and maybe it's just me. I don't know. Oh shit, yeah. And see, the thing was, I could tell, you know, it wasn't gonna go well. When I put on the donkey suit, right? And the first thing, was let's do something with the donkey suit. Let's make the ears stick up, right? And I'm like, no, that's not the way this suit works, and that's not how I'm wearing it. I'm wearing a donkey suit, right? And the first thing you want to do is change it. You know, it was what it was, right? And that's all it was. It didn't need to be fixed. Sometimes things are what they are. You know, but can we ever be sure? Hmm. And okay, so that's pretty much done with that. Okay, no hard feelings, whatever. Call me, don't call me. Understand what I said, don't understand what I said. Whatever. Be my patron, don't be my patron. I mean, I don't. It's not a thing to me anymore. I've said what I said. So anyway, uh, please knock it off. Oh shit. Those fucking. Oh shit. I am so sorry. Those. I swear those smoking lozenges I use. Oh, they give me the fucking hiccups. Something fierce sometimes. Oh, it's got to be. It's got to be them because I don't get the hiccups. Oh shit. I'm I'm sorry. Oh shit. Mm. Hopefully that's done. Anyway, well, that was interesting. Crampy lobsters got the hiccups on. Phew, man, I'm serious. I'm, I try to take those lozenges. I take a bunch of them. Take them like once an hour or something like that. They help a lot, but they give me the fucking hiccups a lot of times. It's fucking weird. I don't get the hiccups. So, I mean, that's got to be what it is because the only time I get them is when I get, anyway. But holy shit. What do we talk about next? Okay, we got a couple more issues here, a couple more things. Uh, you know, when it comes to certain people on the internet, I don't think anybody recently has made a bigger ass out of herself than Shani for Christ. I mean, I think hands down. Now, I'm not talking Von Helton level. I'm not talking. I'm talking your drama community, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Whatever this. Now she's an influencer, whatever. Uh, just recent. I mean, uh, some people want to be famous. Some people want to be noticed, and they get noticed for all the wrong reasons. And I think Shani is pretty much gone beyond that level at this point. Um, with all the you know footage being released and stories being, I mean, people finding out what really happens and what really happened and finding out for themselves and who's lying and things like that. It amazes me how someone can blame their mental illness and on their behavior and justify it. And then when people call them on it, you know, they're basically turning into the abuser because they're calling her on her bullshit and they're making her cry. It's like, are you fucking serious? You know, she claims she's got borderline personality disorder and justifies that. When she freaks out or does something, she can blame everything on her mental illness. What did you think was going to happen? I've got borderline personality disorder. You know, that's never an excuse. I mean, it can be an excuse, but it's a shitty excuse. You know, it gives people. I mean, she makes it sound like she's the only person that has borderline personality disorder. So how she acts, how she portrays herself when she's being Shanny, right? And saying things and doing stupid things and saying stupid things, that it's because she's mentally ill, so we should just dismiss it, you know? And that's not the way it works. It's not. She's not the only person who has borderline personality disorder. You can look it up and you can look for traits, right? Not everybody has different traits. You know, there are different types of borderline personality disorder. There are different traits. There are different there's a lot of things that go into that. So excusing it, that's telling people that anybody that has a mental illness can do whatever they want and get away with it because they're mentally ill and they can't help themselves. What did you expect? And then when it blows up in her face, she cries and claims that the people that are calling bullshit are now the abusers because she got raped 7 times. And she likes to talk about that too, right? It's not, I don't talk about normally things like that, but she'll bring all these things up, right? She's literally thrown everybody under the bus, and I'm not even talking about G-Man, right? She was kind and reached out, and because and gave everybody an opportunity to have a platform. She was generous. She showed kindness, and then when she said something, that we disagreed with, we didn't show. She showed us compassion, you know, and then out comes, the whole Charles Manson thing, right? And that was with me, right? And I'm like, are you fucking serious, right? Anybody who supports Charles Manson or what Charles Manson stood for, or thinks Charles Manson was just some innocent fucking patsy hippie that stole music from the fucking Beatles. And like, I'm not a big Beatles. I mean, I went through my Beatles phase years ago, but stole music from the Beatles, right? If you think all these things, you're stupid. And I would never want anything to do with you because the fact that you think listening to a Charles Manson interview that somehow he didn't do anything wrong, that he didn't cause anything, that he wasn't there, he didn't actually kill anybody, which he did. I would question pretty much anything else you had to say. If you really think that that's true, if you really think that if we watch another Charles Manson interview, right? And I know it's because of my age. People like me, we're going to think like that because we're not smart like you. You know? Mm. Jesus fucking Christ. And then you got Rev. Jeez. What a. A lot of people, myself included, I knew of Rev a long time ago. I'd seen him in hangouts, Revelation News. I kind of figured he was a fundamentalist some way, probably believed in, like end time stuff, which is, I guess, pretty much true. But, and he, talks the way he does and stuff, and his book is a real bestseller. But anyway, people didn't really have anything negative to say about him, right? They didn't. And I came across him in a few, I never really, talked with him or interacted with him or anything, but nobody seemed to ever have like a problem with him, right? Nice guy, right? And when he got together with Shani, right? A lot of people, were like, okay, she tricked him into this and stuff because the whole videos are out there about their journey towards each other and what happened and stuff, and if you don't know, you can look it up. But anyway, this is what happens when you eat two brownies and then watch Secular Opinions fucking show tonight, which was fucking awesome. Anyway, and we're gonna get into Stinky in a little bit, but uh, nobody had anything bad to say about Rev. Shani, for the longest time, it was a mixed bag. There was a lot of people that liked her, She was a bit crazy and stuff, but there was that likable thing that some people had with her. Christina Blackfeather, who likes everybody, right? Was friends with her, I knew people that I was actually surprised some people that were actually friends with her. I could see like friends list or something, or people that were subscribed or whatever. Not, being nosy, but sometimes you can notice. And anyway, so it was kind of a mixed bag. Shani was a bit crazy and stuff, and she was a bit of a little cow, and she went on her little tangents and stuff, and she was fun to have, but nothing, than just normal Shani shit, right? And it seemed like when they got together, right, when Shani and Rev got together, slowly but surely, Shani got like really fucking super, started getting really weird because suddenly Shani had money and, Rev was spending money on her and stuff. And, she hit the jackpot. We saw what Shani does with excess, I didn't even talk about the amount of weight she's gained, but like when it came to like just smoking pot, right? When they moved to Colorado, right? Which there are differing opinions on why they moved to Colorado, right? Um, Different stories. Um, I tend to lean towards one more than another, but that's not even why I'm going here. It's just the amount of excess, when they got there, the amount of pot that Shani smoked, right? Which look, I like to smoke pot, right? I'm into the whole edible thing now, right? I'm getting a bit older. I love me some brownies. I love me some edibles, So that's kind of that's as the kids say. That's kind of my jam now. I like me some brownies, and I just made some brownies tonight. I may or may not have brownie stuff on my lips. I'm not sure, and I really don't give a fuck. But when Shani got there, she's like smoking these giant fucking joints, that are, bigger than the ones that were in the paper in the original Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke album. We're talking these giant pre-roll cones where you dump fucking, a couple ounces of weed in it, you light it, and it turns into a torch, and you fucking waste weed, which I don't understand why people do that. But anyway, unless you're getting the whole fucking room fucking stoned, and that's still wasting weed. But anyway, Shani went to the excess. To the point of literally getting sick and shitting and pissing and puking yourself, admittedly, after 420, right? For smoking that much copious amounts of weed and losing your phone and just having a shitty time, right? I've never known of anybody ever in my life, right? Even when they used to have the unofficial like smoke days and stuff years ago, and where a couple hundred people would go somewhere and get, in some really liberal city or something and smoke some pot, and there probably wasn't going to be any arrest because they'd have to arrest, if you want to, so and but they really, anyway. But up until now, where it's legal, and apparently, geez, uh, and then the whole thing with the Joker movie, right? The warnings people were told about the Joker movie, right? Don't go dressed up, right? Well, we've got our constitutional right to, you know, even with warnings, because in this day and age where, there's shootings at movie theaters and stuff, and people dress up weird, and it happens, right? The law shouldn't apply to them, because, you know, whatever, or rules or whatever, corruption, but slowly but surely they've just gotten crazier and nuttier, and it's a toxic fucking dumpster fire that personally myself, people like this is another thing with big city, right? And it's like he likes to make fun of Brevin, and then he wants to counsel him, right? And I'm like, what the fuck? You know, personally, I could care less. I find it funny. Period. I find it funny as fuck. The stuff that Shani says, her God, her pulling out these bags of $360, bragging about how much money she spends on a bunch of crap in a bag, this perfume stuff, and then this bottle that looked like I don't know, like a 409 bottle, or like the bathroom foam spray bottle, for the bathroom cleaner, stuff like that, or some kind of all-purpose cleaner. It's this big jug of spray bottle of this stuff that I don't know, smelled like something that this lady's dead father's favorite smell was, or some shit. She's spraying on Rev, and she's trying on these fucking bras and shit, right? And thinking or believing that men want her, right? And I'm sure there's some guys out there that like the big girls besides Rev, but I don't know, little personality things, and trying to, not rebranding, but I get, repackaging yourself. I mean, I've done it a few times. I was Secular Lobster, and I visited the Oregon Atheist, and now I'm Grampy Lobster. I've been Donkey Lobster. I mean, repack, whatever the fuck you want to call it. So, doing what you do, I mean, I get that. People change. People, go in different directions, but doing this influencer thing, going on Reddit and just spewing this stuff, you know, and then yelling it's their constitutional right. They should be able to say what they want to say without any, because it's their constitutional right. It's their, it's in the amendments and stuff and everything, and America is just so fucked up now because you can't say things anymore. Well, without people, getting on you, right? Comedians, and this is, look, I like comedy, right? I like funny shit. There's a lot of things that personally I find funny, right? That a lot of people don't find funny, right? Now, the one thing, and this is one thing that I've learned in my real life too. The one thing that I do, right, in my real life, and I'm pretty much like this in my real life, but the one thing that I've realized over the years is when you're talking to um, people, right? You have to know who you're talking to. You have to understand pretty much who you're talking to, right? And how you want to put yourself off as, right? Now on the internet, I'm the lobster, stuff like that. And it's pretty much me everywhere, but amped up a little bit on the internet and stuff. Well, kind of sometimes, I don't know, depends on who I'm talking to. But like when I'm with different people, I tone it down a little bit, or you like I said, you understand your audience, right? if you understand what I'm saying. Um, and understand that what you say in a certain situation, some people might take it a certain way, right? So you have to kind of watch, have to understand sometimes people aren't going to take what you say how you mean it, right? They're going to interpret things sometimes differently than how you convey it. So delivery is important. Delivery is something that can mean the difference between, okay, that's a little bit racy, but it's funny, to that's goddamn downright fucking racist and it's disgusting. There's a line, right? And I get that, right? But when you tell people that, when you think that only the only comedy is only funny when you can yell or just blatantly yell the N word, um, that's I don't understand what kind of comedy that. There's a lot of comedy that doesn't use curse words, right? There's a lot of comics, famous comedians that don't curse, right? Or if they do use a curse word, it's placed very well, right? Um, and done tastefully. Even though somebody's going to get upset by literally anything, majority of people will understand or let it slide. Maybe it's something a little bit, in this day and age, maybe not, But anyway, but to just claim that you should be able to just literally say whatever the fuck you want as satire, you know, or because it's funny to you, right? Like I said, delivery is everything. And if the only words you can come up with, or the only thing you can come up with are those words, then you have a smaller vocabulary than myself. And I don't have the world's largest vocabulary, but I can come up with something better than that. Um, if the first thing that you notice about somebody, right, when you're making a joke, is their color or a nickname that's may or may not be accepted at this particular moment in time in history. If that's the first thing that comes to your mind, then you need to rethink what you think is funny. If that's the first thing that comes to your mind, and then it's like, you know, I'm not saying, well, it, the internet doesn't. And we here at Lobster Studios and Hot Wiener Emporium, we like to remind people that with the crap that we put out. Carl spends a lot of time in a production studio. Well, he earns his keep. And Adam E., our CFO, the best CFO money that you can get for free, is always, helping out with things. And, but anyway, so I'm rambling on here. Like I said, it's a good thing I got some sleep yesterday, because I actually have things to do today as well. So I'm really probably not sure how this is going to turn out, because, like I said, I have not looked at, nor will I look. Well, I will later. So I don't know how this is going to go, because I haven't looked at the side chat. It says that 8 people are watching. And if you're watching right now, thank you very much, because I'm just rambling on and may or may not have upset somebody. Hopefully, somebody understood what I was trying to get across and stuff like that. Maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, the whole thing with Shanny. I mean, uh, blaming using your mental illness to excuse your behavior, you know, and then admittedly not going to therapy and shitting on what therapy really is, right? Oh, they don't care and everything, and not even trying the program, you know. I went there and they just looked at me funny, right? Well, Jesus Christ, I didn't feel comfortable. Hell, she was in jail when she got thrown in jail. She was in jail for so fucking long, and she was going to become a prison reform. She was going to become a prison reform advocate. That was funny as fuck. Oh shit. Oh, it's crazy. You know, it's a dumpster fire, man. It's gonna explode. Things are really popping on the fucking internet right now, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this is crazy town USA. It's the fucking it's not even winter yet. It's not even a fucking low storm season of 2019. Well, it's pretty close because we've been getting some snow here, so the fucking low storm of 2019 is on the fucking way. It's already hit. Holy shit. The goddamn the end of this year is turning out to be a bonus bonanza of bullshit and fucking lows. Shit is going crazy. Holy crap. The stuff with Shanny and Rev, a toxic fucking couple. How long is this going to fucking last, ladies and gentlemen? What the fuck, Personally, like myself, and some people, they act like they want to intervene, Myself, I find it funny. I find the entire thing funny as fuck. When Shanny gets up there doing what the fuck she does, that's some of the funniest fucking shit. Unintentional comedy, whatever you want to call it. Rev is some of the most unintentional comedy. I mean, his idea of politics. Has Rev ever had a job? I don't know. I really don't think he has. He got the inheritance or something. So, you know, um, Shanny, she works at the sandwich shop, and I remember when she worked at Subway a long time ago. Anyway, but she really doesn't have a lot of work experience, and their political views, like Shanny likes to shit on liberals, right? Another fucking person who has absolutely no fucking idea. I know she's got kids and stuff, and she's a mama and all this crap, but I don't know. Life experience is something besides living in a fucking room somewhere on the internet, and giving kids video games to play, you know, and then doing what she does, you know. It's crazy. But who am I to judge? Because we here at Lobster Studios and Hot Wiener Emporium, we don't we don't judge anybody. We're just here. We're here for the lulz, right? Hashtag Fun Brigade. Ugh. I love the internet. It helps me forget. It helps me. It relaxes me. It entertains the living fuck out of me. You know, because no matter what I think, and no matter what a lot of people think, Shanny and Rev are gonna live the way they're gonna live, and whatever happens is gonna happen. It's just a beautiful thing when it happens on the fucking internet. And the excuses. Um, I gave you guys a platform, and look what you did to me. Well, because she said something that people didn't agree with. I can talk about a lot of things that people don't agree with, right? Without losing my fucking shit, right? But when you tell me that when you bring in like I don't know Manson apologetics, right? And then you wonder why people get upset, you know. I'm just an old guy. What do I know? You've seen You've seen the interviews more times than me. If I only watched it one more time, but I wouldn't. I'm too stupid to understand. Fuck. Anyway, enough of Shanny. You know, God, her modeling shit, man. That's fuck. Oh, Jesus Christ. She'll try anything, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, I thought I had no shame wearing a fucking donkey suit, man. Oh, and sorry. My coffee cup kind of. It's it's single use, but I used it a couple times. That's the lid cracked. But anyway, we march on. Uh, Bad cup. Ugh. Anyway, you know, Sister Sunshine had a show tonight. A lot of things have been breaking. Um, Now, God damn it, I got this vanilla cream, like cinnamon vanilla, whatever kind of like cream or stuff, and it's got sugar, and it's like kind of Anyway, uh, people that knew Von Helton, and this is some crazy shit, right? People that have known Von Helton for years, right, and knew he was a bit kooky, right, but would talk to him, right, and listen to him and believe him when he would say certain things, right, and they always heard rumors, right, but they never believed it because they listened to her. They never like bothered to check, right, or look, right, because they, for whatever reason. And suddenly, years later, they get information, and slowly but surely, more people are like, oh, wow, I didn't know, and after Irv did that beautiful thing on Sister Sunshine's show, um, and was talking about certain things. Somebody sent a video to Sister Sunshine. I guess it was the Kelly tapes. Uh, she came to the conclusion as well that Irv was being naughty. So I guess she's going to distance herself now. Can't wait, can't wait, can't wait, can't wait. Holy shit. Irv is going to lose his fucking mind. This is going to be crazy, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a kooky fucking time. The winner of 2019. It's going to be crazy. It's not going to end well. Irv's taking his kids out of school. CPS. There's going to be problems ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Grampy Lobster. I can't wait to find out what's going to happen next. I'm going to say goodbye right now. I'm going to go make me some breakfast and get on with my day. Hopefully, I'll be able to function in a few hours because brownies are a beautiful thing. But anyway, I rambled on. It's been goddamn near an hour. Now my nose itches. Holy shit, son! What he's talking about me? I just know it. They say when your nose itches, somebody's talking about you. But anyway, it's been fun. I can't wait to see a reaction. BitChute is going to be crazy. People are going to be checking on BitChute People are gonna be checking on you. I mean, it's gonna be crazy. Because you know Irv's gonna have something to say about this. Between Sister Sunshine's revelation, finding out, and well, the conclusions that she's, I guess, come to, and the whole homeschool thing, CPS, and what's going to happen to the Gravy Dome? Are we going to have the Gravy Nationals this winter? Will there be racing? Will there be diecast racing in the Gravy Dome this winter? We don't know. Crazy times. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Grampy Lobster. Hope everybody has a wonderful day. Happy holidays. It's the season. Remember, listen to Motorhead every day, like myself, and your life will be better. Love is a big sweet potato. Goodbye. That's a goddamn button. There we go. Bye.